Okay, so I'm gonna be making a watercolor picture. Hopefully it comes out pretty well. I think by doing mushrooms instead of, I guess I usually use color pencils and stuff. I'm gonna try watercolors on this blank piece of watercolor paper and see how it goes. So let's get into it. Woo! I just like that. Just okay. So let's start by sketching out the mushroom. I want to do a bunch of different mushrooms. Maybe not different, but just a family of mushrooms. I don't know if it's even a thing. A family of mushrooms? Probably not. It's probably only for animals, sea creatures, and stuff like that, but I still want to do it. Just a bunch of different sizes of mushrooms, and see how that turns out. I'm raising this little tiny one. The top of it did not come out how I wanted it to be, so I'm raising that part of it. And now I'm going to be doing the next step, which is adding some color. I decided to do red and see how that goes. Reddish paint colors, and then maybe like a brown stem is what I'm going to be doing. But every time I try to do watercolors, I mean, of course watercolor comes out later. My watercolors will come out later than, or darker in some places like in other places. I need to buy some different watercolors, so it's not just these type of watercolors, but it'll work out, it's fine. And now we're going to finish up by doing this little part right here. Going back over it and seeing what I need to do next so I can improve the mushroom colors and everything. And I want to do a nice soft easy colors. Even though this color here looks really vibrant, I'm doing a lighter color, pink color. So I'm going to fade it out with a little bit of water and just kind of, if you keep spreading it kind of fades. You can see how it faded right there. Now time, this little mushroom down here became pretty bad. Like I gotta kind of erase the area down there. It kind of ruined the paper by erasing it that much. So it kind of like came out pretty bad. But besides that, it still looks really nice. Moving on to the trunk tree. Mushroom stem. I guess it would be a stem. I guess it would be a stem, not a trunk. What was, I don't know what the thing I was saying. My train of thought just like left me. And we're gonna try to just kind of turn this into some tan to kind of brown instead of whatever it was. I think it was something like white. Try to turn into that color. And yeah, I think I'll make this picture very simple with me, like a blue background and just red and this color here. Add some shadings or add some color to the bottom here. Now we're doing a blue background. I told you this is going to be very basic or very simple. Did I already say that? I think I already said that. This is not going to be my favorite one, but it's going to be very simple and common. I feel like I don't think it's my best one, but it still will look really nice. Just a change from color pencils and other things. I don't know what other things though. I was trying to do only color pencils, and now I switched back to I didn't switch back to it. My first time on this channel doing watercolors. I've done watercolors before. I tested it out. Hated them. I bought a new sketch pad thing for watercolors, and it was just, I liked it a lot better, and I like this type of watercolors better than I used to like it. And now I actually really like watercolors. Even though it's not my favorite, and watercolors are just kind of boring. Not boring, but like kind of just basic. I still love them. And now we're gonna add some lightish dark blue. I was trying to get this blue to be really light blue, but my blue just turned into a really dark blue, and I just I loved it. Actually, the blue got the camera something to focus on, so I kind of changed it a bit, but I still don't really like it. But I mean, it's blue. You can't really go wrong with some classical blue. Get into whatever. Either the blue or just adds the background. In this corner here, we do a lighter, unrealistic background because the blue over here will be lighter a little bit. And I think it's fine for the blue being all over the place. I kind of like the effect in one way. Kind of give it a different thing. And so I guess I'll either buy some new watercolors or I'll buy a different type of them. But I still love how it turned out. even though it's really fadey, it's not really what's the word? Not really bright and vibrant. You know, I make it look like it's vibrant. It's not really, but I mean, that's all. I'm gonna add some brown for the sides, on both sides. Some green grass. And just to kind of do it, I'm gonna try to blend the grass a bit so it'll be better and not so not grassy, but not so bright. Even though this grass is pretty bright and it will be a really bright grass, it still looks really nice. But I still really like the grass, I think. But right now we're gonna deal with more of the mushroom walls, mushrooms, stems. The sun just looks like a big egg to me. I should add a little bit more texture, but the sun just kind of annoys me. But I still really like the sun and everything with it, even though the sun is a bit egg blob looking. Looks really sad when I look at it, but I still really like the sun and everything with it. Instead of the mushrooms actually look really nice. I really love them. You can see my pencils line. Besides that, I do love the picture. The only thing left to do is touch up the mushroom stems with a darker brown and to kind of touch up. I guess I already said it, to touch up and to make the background a bit more. Whatever. I really like how it turned out. I don't really love it, but I do like it. We're gonna add brighter red to the mushroom top to make it a bit more mushroomy. I don't know. Just make a brighter red and make it just brighter red. I don't really know what's going on. Just make it stand out a bit more from the other mushroom stuff to make it a bit more, whatever you want to call it, type of thing. To be a bit more bright color. I don't know if really. If you see a bright red mushroom in the wild, you probably should never eat it. But I mean, you probably should. Mushrooms is like the highest chance I think of death if you eat mushroom. But if you don't know what you're doing, so don't eat mushrooms. So my teacher told me. But I think these. If you saw these mushrooms, don't eat them. But of course, why would you eat these mushrooms? Unless you're like lost. But I still really like the picture. Moving on now, I still really love the picture. I love how it turns out. I really like it. Okay, so I just did this mushroom scene. I think it's a little bit like unclear. You can't really see very well on my camera, so it doesn't really show up as well. But it's still one of my favorite pieces, and I really like it. I love the sun kind of, we don't look at the sun, but I like it. And I think I came out pretty well, and yeah. So that's it for today, and goodbye. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you guys next time. Bye.